To say that 2025 has been a very transformative year for Ubisoft would definitely be burying the lead. I mean, you sell 25%, and that's not even fair to say 25% to the company, because you just take your three biggest IPs, move them off into a new studio, and then sell 25% of that new studio off to the Chinese Communist government. I mean, like, that's a pretty significant sell-off, okay? And then also, having the knock-on effect of 2024, where you just carpet bomb the entire industry, you would be motivated to do something with the plethora of IPs that you still have at the ready. I mean, not even to speak about Assassin's Creed, Rainbow Six and Far Cry, that a part of Vantage Studios, which is just off there to the side. You have so many other things, and you also have access to so many other things. I mean, you had the unique opportunity of making a Star Wars game, and we know, okay, especially under the stewardship of Disney, Star Wars has definitely seen better days. That's about the nicest way that I can put that, obviously. But in the realm of gaming, I mean, like, it has a rich history. It has tackled multiple different epochs in time very successfully, going all the way back to the Old Republic days, probably doing more with the prequels than the films ever could have and did. And then, of course, everything that took place in the time of the OT. It's funny how nobody really wants to tackle the sequel trilogy era, but I'm sure some brave soul in the future might be feeling especially randy, or have the opportunity to take the license for pennies on the dollar, so they might try something funky then. But if you're Ubisoft, at one point in time, the triplest of the AAA studios out there, and then you put out something as busted, broken, and pathetic as Star Wars Outlaws, shout out to Mahler putting out his 17-hour-long video, and it's coming out at the end of the month. It's the second biggest thing, I'm most anticipated for coming out this month, mostly because next weekend I'm going to be putting up Christmas decorations. That's always my favorite time of the year. But Mahler's big video just breaking down how busted and pathetic Outlaws is. I'm really looking forward to that. And the massives that made that Massive Entertainment, hit with massive layoffs. Big shock. Your game was busted. Okay, it didn't sell for shit. So you would think that Ubisoft, would kind of be motivated to do something. Motivated to, resurrect one of their other beloved IPs that still probably has some life in it. And because at one point in time they were kind of an aspiring multimedia empire. Does anybody remember that there was an Assassin's Creed movie? Does anybody remember that? Michael Fassbender was Altair. It was kind of crazy. Anyways, but no. They're trying to test the waters with other franchises. And probably one of the smartest places to begin is with Splinter Cell. Like, for me, okay, especially with the subgenre of the Tom Clancy games under the Ubisoft umbrella, that was a lot of people's hopping on points, mine included. I really like that the original three Splinter Cell games, okay? The OG, Pandora Tomorrow, and then Chaos Theory. That is still one of the strongest trilogies ever released. And then, of course, some of the other games that came out afterwards were also very well regarded. I didn't play any of them, just for the fact that, my tastes at that point in time would have shifted a lot more towards Halo, which, I don't know what's more dead at this point in time, Splinter Cell or Halo. That's really trying to make heads or tails of a tire fire who's burning hotter. But with every big AAA slop production coming out having some quasi-stealth elements, I mean, why not just bring back a full-on stealth game like the original Splinter Cell? And there was at one point in time, there was a Splinter Cell remake in development. It's kind of like that Final Fantasy IX remake that is, on and off. It's up and down like a whore's drawers at this point in time. That's another thing that makes me incredibly sad. But the Splinter Cell remake is making progress at Ubisoft despite rumors that the game has been quietly canceled. Insider Gaming has learned that the game is being developed under codename North. Okay, in addition to the codename, the sources have confirmed that the game is being built in the Snowdrop engine. Previous Splinter Cell games used Unreal 2 and 2.5. But that was the update. Over a year ago, October 10th, 2024. Fast forward a little bit, and then the Splinter Cell remake a year later loses another director. So are we ever going to get this remake? According to a new job listing from Ubisoft, the Splinter Cell remake has lost its director again. Based on Tom Clancy brand, Splinter Cell brings the stealth espionage action to gaming, with the 6 mainline titles than a dozen novelizations. The series was a hit in the 2000s and 2010s. Unfortunately, yes, the last time we played Sam Fisher was back in 2013. Yes, with the cool yet controversial Blacklist. I've seen some gameplay of that, and that one actually looks decent. What was the other one? Double Agent? I think that's the one that gets quite maligned. But anyways, according to Tech for Gamers, a job listing, which has since been taken down, was available on the Ubisoft website. A position, game director, was for Ubisoft Toronto's office, which would be for the Splinter Cell remake. The description for the job stated the person would be part of the Splinter Cell development team. Yeah, I think that's a pretty strong correlation right there. Leading workers and coming up with new features. 2022, the original director, David Greville, left the project and Ubisoft after more than a decade at the company. Given we haven't seen any gameplay or updates like the Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time remake, things look a bit unsteady. But that's because, Ubisoft is marshaling all of its forces towards a Splinter Cell movie. Alright, that's been cancelled. That would be because they want to do a brand new Splinter Cell cartoon. Yay! And if you've seen any stills from this, it's like, this is the best you can do for what at one point in time was your biggest franchise. God damn it, man. Splinter Cell is so fucked. So Splinter Cell Deathwatch renewed for season 2 at Netflix. Oh wow, another animated show that, normally when they go into production on this stuff, they make 2 seasons at a time in order to reduce the production cost. Wow, big shock on this one, huh? A day after its release. Yeah, after we would have any viewing figures, they'll just come out and say, we got a second season. We don't have any fan feedback. We don't know how it's being received. Spoilers, incredibly poorly. But we're just going to go ahead and say, hey guys, season 2 is on its way. It worked out well for Velma. Remember season 2 of Velma? Yeah, nobody did. They just all got outraged about the first season. Nobody continued to watch it. And then it just came out like a fart in the wind for the second season. But the animated series, developed by John Wick's Derek Carlson, takes the iconic Splinter Cell in a whole new direction. Of course, why not just make your own fucking series then at that point? The show continues the story of the game's protagonist, Sam Fisher, with Liev Schreiber, donning the night vision goggles. That's a good call, okay. The Netflix animated series released yesterday, back in October, and received decent scores across the board. Now at IGN FanFest, creator Derek Colson revealed that things are already in motion for a new season. And it's so great because a Splinter Cell Deathwatch will rip the spine out of the source material, but keep the brains in the heart. Sure thing, bro. Following the initial announcement in July of 2020, Netflix and Ubisoft would maintain radio silence on the animated series development for the next 5 years before finally declassifying the first trailer in the past, August 21st, as part of the year's edition of the annual Anime New York City convention. Per Ubisoft's official synopsis, Deathwatch finds Sam, Liev Schreiber, or voiced by him rather, drawn back to the field when a wounded young operative, Xena McKenna, a strong black empowered female, seeks his help. Despite the agent's visibly older appearance, Fisher is still as stealthy, as dangerous as ever, disclosing additional information on Sam's return to the Annecy International Animation Film Festival in 2025. Ubisoft Film and Television Development Associate Producer Carl Tamakloe told a Variety that the Spec Ops franchise's next mission would explore the way warfare has evolved in the past 20 years since the original Splinter Cell, and released in 2002. Holy crap. Man, 2002 was such a great year. Two Towers came out, original Splinter Cell. I just judge the quality of pop culture based on, Lord of the Rings releases. Further we stray from that, the further we stray from God and quality. Since 2002, the world has evolved, yes, and it is something that we wanted to integrate from the start, which is exactly why Sam Fisher in the new series gets led around by a strong, empowered black female spy who is so much better than Sam. Because there she is right there, guys. Hey, Xena McKenna. She's the brand new protagonist for Splinter Cell. I can't wait to play her in the remake. I'm sure that Sam will probably get a brand new sidekick, and she's just going to be so much better than him. It's going to be great. And you wonder why Ubisoft can't get its head out of its own ass, because we've been seeing some news in regards to some upcoming Assassin's Creed releases. And long story short, without spilling too many beans, let's just say Tencent's involvement with Ubisoft in the next couple of years, maybe even in the next couple of months, is probably going to get a little bit more expansive. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.